Hello, this is Left Turn Productions, and welcome back to the LTPSS. This is an exhibition race at the brand new Madison Raceway with 22 brand new drivers here for the Madison Dash. Now, this race was run in September but is being recorded in December because a lot of school stuff got in the way for me, and it has been very, very difficult for me to make races. But don't worry, the rest of the season will be coming out. I just don't have a schedule for it. But I do have the starting lineup for Talladega ready to go once I have time to make that race. But making the races will be like a day-by-day basis for now, but I promise you we will get a full season in. As I said, 22 drivers here at the brand new Madison Raceway. Kind of races a little bit like Darlington, but without further ado, let's see our starting lineup. We don't really have any stories because all these are new drivers. Row 1 on the pole is Chase Buck in the number 4. Alongside him is the number 10 of Daniel Mosteller. Row 2, you have the 11 of Alan Winston and the 22 of Elizabeth Boutel. Row 3 is the 20 of Creed Daniel and the 31 of Eli Johnson. Row 4 is the 88 of Dakota Bennett and the 21 of Sam Rodriguez. In row 5 is the number 27 of Sarah Cox and the number 66 of Thomas Begley. Row number 6, you have the number 92 of Wyatt Floor and the 9 of Cam Spinner. In row number 7, the 00 of Michael Volk and the 32 of Nicholas Rice. Row number 8 is the 51 of Mitchell Collins and the 7 of Logan Williams. Row number 9 is the number 77 of Jet Skeeto and the 96 of Kate Summers. Row number 10 is the 95 of Riley Sampson and the 13 of Titan Nicholas. And rounding out the field is the 54 of Carter Joey and the 15 of Vinnie Scholes. So this should be 8 laps here around the Madison Raceway. Pace car's already rolled off, and we are green flag racing once again here on the LTP channel. Going through the first couple corners, and now onto the dog leg. Chase Buck out to a commanding lead as we go into the next set of corners. Mosteller holding strong in second, but is under pressure from Alan Winston. And it's going to be the Stewart-Haas cars starting 1-2, and they remain 1-2 after the first lap as Chase Buck continues to lead. How about the 20 car of Creed Daniel? Uh-oh, we got a trouble. Michael Volk is around, and he comes up in front of the 32 of Nicholas Rice, and we have our first caution of the day. Michael Volk, who had a pretty good qualifying run for the Starcom Racing team, had an issue in the corner and has unfortunately caught Nicholas Rice in the number 32, and I saw another car spinning out as well, as there you can see them up in turns 1 and 2. Very unfortunate for these guys. Let's take a look back and see what happened to these drivers. Here you can see Michael Volk. He's very low on the track, and that's not something that you want to do on this track. This track, you got to kind of ride the top lane just because of the way the banking is, and Volk just dove it in, and he got the 77 of Jet Skeeto. That was the car that spun in front of the field, and I don't think he got hit. Unfortunately for Nicholas Rice, just nowhere for him to go as the 00 just slid right in front of him. One more look at it. There is Volk. He's running underneath the 77 of Skeeto, probably trying to pass, but just got way too low on the track, completely lost control. Good wreck avoidance by Riley Sampson in the number 95, as the 00 of Volk goes up into Nicholas Rice, taking them both out of the race. And the 77 of Skeeto spun around, but will be able to continue in the Spire Motorsports car. This is the first time that car has been in a race on this channel. So yeah, we are going to have a restart here on lap number 3 as Chase Buck is still the leader. Alright, just like on the start, Chase Buck and Daniel Mosteller once again on the front row. The Stewart-Haas racing cars have been good. Green flag back in the air, and here comes Alan Winston with a good restart. He's going to give the 4 a little bump. He's going to get underneath the 4 of Chase Buck. But he's not going to have a very good line going into the dogleg, but he holds strong in that lane. Alan Winston looking to take the lead, and he will take the lead as Chase Buck now falls to second. New leader Alan Winston driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. Buck still putting pressure on him. He's getting back to the bumper, looking to pass, and he'll get to the inside going into turn number 1. Oh, they're getting tight off the corner. They're into the wall. Oh, and Chase Buck is loose going in through the dogleg, and he's going to hit the wall. Off the bumper of Boutel, and there's more cars piling in. And Buck is up on top of the wall. The car that hit him was Wyatt Floor, and Chase Buck, who looked like he had the fastest car through that first stretch, is now in a whale of trouble and is probably out of this race. And Wyatt Floor, who's been having a solid run for Pacific Racing, is also not going to finish. Let's have a replay and see what happened. So this all started when Chase Buck was trying to take the lead back from the 11 of Alan Winston. And you can see Buck getting to the inside of Winston, heading into turn number 1. He was trying to do a slide job, I believe, on Alan Winston coming up into turn number 2 and just ran out of room, shoved Winston into the wall. Boutel tried to get underneath, but Buck was trying to block. Almost had it saved, but then hooked a left right back up into the wall. And then collects the 92 of Wyatt Floor. Floor just had nowhere to go. And the Riley Sampson in the 95 got spun around as well by the 51 of Mitchell Collins. He was able to continue, though, and also the 21 of Sam Rodriguez was also involved in the incident, but will be able to continue. One more look at it. The 11 car is going to probably have to check on that damage because they got into the wall pretty hard, but he will still be the leader on the restart, assuming that he stays out. But they might have to come into pit road to fix that damage, but there's only a few laps left in the race, so it'll be very interesting to see what they do. Again, you see the 4 losing it going into the dogleg, and then Wyatt Floor just had nowhere to go. Sam Rodriguez, actually, I don't think he ever touched anybody. I think he just slipped right through. Ooh, the 96 car of Kate Summers might have gotten a bit of damage as well in that accident. So one of the dominant cars of the race is out, and also the 92 of Wyatt Floor, and we are going to have a restart with just a few laps to go. Alan Winston and Daniel Musteller are going to lead them back to the green flag with just a few laps left. Interesting to see the 11 stay out on the track. Will the car be able to hold up with all that damage? So far it seems to be doing well as he keeps the lead out of turn number 2. Going through the dogleg, Dakota Bennett up to 3rd place now. He's challenging Musteller for the 2nd spot as Alan Winston is just pulling away. Now Bennett's starting to close in on him. Uh-oh, there's smoke coming out of the right side. He might have a tire rub in the 11. But he's going to try and make it the distance as Bennett's breathing down his neck coming down the front stretch. Bennett looked to the outside, decided not to go up there. And now Elizabeth Boutel sneaks into 3rd, and Elizabeth's going to try to get 2nd away from Dakota. Will the tire be able to hold on for the rest of the race for Alan Winston? Oh, there's some contact back there between Boutel and Bennett. Bennett sent Boutel up the racetrack, or rather, Boutel sent Bennett up the racetrack, and now Boutel slides into 2nd, but the 20 of Creed Daniel is right there in 3rd. Winston still having smoke coming out of the tire as we head to just, I believe, 3 laps to go now. Winston going into turn 1, and there goes the tire. Hard into the wall goes Winston. I had a feeling that tire wouldn't hold. And now, Alan Winston crashes from the lead. Very reminiscent of what happened to Denny Hamlin at Indianapolis earlier in the Brickyard 400. And Alan Winston, who had a very strong car, a top 3 car in the entire race, will end up in the wall in turns 1 and 2. Very unfortunate for the 11. This all really started with that Chase Buck incident. They were hoping that they'd be able to get to the end without the tire blowing, and unfortunately, it was not to be. Let's look at the replay here. The tires started smoking a couple laps ago, and Winston, it was only a matter of time before that tire went out. Going into turn 1, just tried to turn, and it just goes straight into the wall. I believe this is going to give Elizabeth Boutel in the 22 the lead after Winston slammed into the wall, and that car is going to be done. So we've already had two of the best cars, Chase Buck and Alan Winston, get knocked out in accidents. And it's really just blown this race wide open for anybody else to get in and win this thing. And we are going to have a restart with just 2 laps remaining in the race. Will Elizabeth Boutel be able to hold on for the win, or will somebody else sneak by and win it? Let's find out. All right, Elizabeth Boutel on the inside, Dakota Bennett on the outside. Green flag is back in the air. Creed Daniel trying to get in there, trying to get 3 wide. He's going to try to make a move for the lead. Does he have enough room? He squeezes down underneath. Still 3 wide going through the dogleg. Boutel with the advantage now heading through the corner, and Boutel will retain the lead, but that was a crazy moment. But Daniel is back on her inside as Creed Daniel trying to take the lead away now. He gets a great run through the corner. Only 1 lap to go. Next flag will end it. Caution or checkers. Daniel with the advantage through turns 1 and 2. Oh, they get into each other. They're both in the wall. Daniel and Boutel both hit the wall. Dakota Bennett is going to take the lead now. Half a lap to go for Dakota Bennett. Can he hold on? He's got Eli Johnson pursuing him. Johnson with a great run through the corner. Sam Rodriguez in third. Here comes Johnson to the back bumper, trying to slide underneath. Oh, he bumps Dakota Bennett out of the way. Eli Johnson is going to win the race on a bump and run in the final corner. Oh, and they're crashing across the finish line. Titan Nicholas, Logan Williams, and a few more bottle it up right at the end of the race. But Eli Johnson from out of nowhere grabs the win here in the Madison Dash. Let's look at a replay of that finish. What a crazy finish to this race. And I think the new Madison Raceway has definitely shown the kind of racing it can produce. Elizabeth Boutel and Dakota Bennett here on the front row on the restart. Creed Daniel makes a bold move to the inside to try and make it 3 wide. And it looked like it was going to work for a while as he tried to stick it through the corner, but unfortunately, Bennett and Boutel had the preferred line in that corner. And by the time they got to the next one, Daniel just had to slide underneath. So Boutel has the lead now. But Creed Daniel had a good run coming out of the corner, and he ends up getting the lead away from Boutel. But both of these drivers are going to end up into the wall in turn 2, and turns 1 and 2 really have been the treacherous spot. Almost all the incidents have happened in this section of the track. As this is on the white flag lap, Daniel just tried to pull the slide job just like Chase Buck did earlier. And just not enough room. He almost was able to do it, but he sent both the 20 and the 22 into the wall. Dakota Bennett just slides right on underneath, and I thought he had this race won. Half a lap to go, he just had to cruise by. But Eli Johnson, in the 31, had an absolutely monster run through the corner. Got into the slipstream of Bennett. Gets a run down the backstretch. And right here is the classic bump and run in the final corner. He gets into the quarter panel of Dakota Bennett. Bennett slides up the track, doesn't wreck him, just moves him out of the way. And that was a brilliantly executed move by Eli Johnson, and it wins him the race. And as you can see, looks like Titan Nicholas got turned around by Mitchell Collins at the end there. collected Logan Williams, Kate Summers, and a couple others, but they all ended up finishing the race. So let's see the results of this race. The official results. Eli Johnson gets the win. Daniel Mosteller never really had like a point in the race where he was leading, but he had a solid overall race and was just consistently inside the top 5. So good job for him. He ends up with a second place finish. Dakota Bennett, heartbreak, almost had the win, but got booted out of the way. He still ends up with a top 3. Sam Rodriguez with a solid run in 4th, and Creed Daniel was able to get around and finish 5th. Cam Spinner finishes 6th, Elizabeth Boutel 7th, Sarah Cox 8th, Riley Sampson 9th, and Jet Skeeto, after spinning early in the race, rallies for top 10. Mitchell Collins, Titan Nicholas, Logan Williams, Carter Joey, Kate Summers, Thomas Begley, and Vinny Scholes round out the rest of the drivers that ended up finishing. Alan Winston, Chase Buck, Wyatt Floor, Michael Volk, and Nicholas Rice all DNF'd. So that was a pretty good race. Congratulations to Eli Johnson for winning the first LTP race in about 4 months. Although it isn't a points race, I'm sure everybody is excited to see another race after so long going without him. And once again, the rest of the actual points races, starting with the Talladega race, will end up happening and being posted. It's just going on a day-by-day basis. No schedule per se. But they will all get released. That much I can guarantee. So thank you guys for watching. This is Left Turn Productions, signing out.